So, do you guys want to know what is the biggest shocker for a person that has gone through a spiritual awakening? Do you want me to tell you what is the biggest shocker? The biggest shocker will be you trying to explain to the people that you've always known what exactly just happened. When you've gone through an awakening, it's going to be very intense. It's a very intensive experience. You have a lot of things running through your mind. You're connecting so many dots, things that have been happening in your life. You're making sense of everything. You're feeling like, are you speaking a different language? Are you kind of like going insane? Are you crazy? What is going on? You don't know what is happening. As much as you're trying to figure out yourself, there is also people around you that are trying to figure you out. People have always been trying to figure you out anyway, for the longest of time. You wasn't just aware. But this time, it's going to become visible that as you're trying to figure out what exactly just happened, the people around you also are trying to figure out what is going on with you. So those are the names that start coming up. Oh, he's crazy, let him go to seek help and therapy and all those kind of things. They are trying to push you to go seek therapy because they think you're going insane. You're not going insane. You're not going insane, my chosen ones. You just woke up. That's it. That's all it is. You just woke up. You woke up from the deep slumber, the deep sleep, and because it's a spiritual experience, is why they call it a spiritual awakening. Many people that are around you or have been around you, they haven't awakened with you. So it has been a personal thing. It's a personal journey, personal experience, and eventually a personal journey. One of the things that will happen is when you will now start screaming. You're going to feel like you need to get these, those, what do they call those? They're loudspeakers. Those, what do they call them? Those things you hold and you have to talk, and it's something like looks like a bell. It's like a loudspeaker. You want to scream. You want to scream. Guys, listen, this is what is happening. This is what has gone on. And this, guys, sit down. I need to tell you something. I told this thing. There's time I was trying to explain to my family. Hey, guys, I need to speak with you. There's something I'm starting to see. I'm discovering this. I wanted to speak with them. But the more I tried to explain myself the more confused they got. The more confused it would become for them because there was like, this guy is, I don't know, he's talking crap or what is happening with him. So it will be shocking because you now know what exactly is going on. You know the truth. You come into that awareness of the truth. Nobody believes you. You're saying things nobody understands. You're starting to explain to things, narcissism, this and that. You're starting to explain spirituality, a lot of things. You have these terms that are starting to come up. You don't know what is happening. You explain it to people, they don't understand you. And it's very, very difficult because sometimes you talk to people and it's like if you're talking to a robot. You're talking to somebody and it feels like they cannot even get anything from what you're saying. The reason why they cannot hear you is because when you go through this awakening, you are operating on a different timeline. You start moving towards a different timeline, and it's a little bit higher than the people that have always been around you. So many of them, as much as you want to explain and make them understand, they can't hear you. They cannot hear you, my chosen ones. You take this from me. They cannot hear you at every cost. In some case scenarios, you're going to feel like you're talking crap, you're talking nonsense. It will just be a matter of time before people they will start to figure out that you are saying the truth. But in the initial stages, it is going to feel like you're talking a lot of crap. You don't know what you're saying, is what they will tell you. Because operating at that timeline of an awakened individual is a completely different timeline altogether. So you have people that you want to sit down with and explain to some things. And the only thing you'll hear, can you say that again? So what does that mean? What does this mean? You know, sometimes I remember when people told me that, we don't understand your language. It feels like you're speaking a different language. We don't know what you're saying. It's very difficult to understand. Guys, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Awakening is a personal experience, okay? You do not awaken as a collective. You do not awaken as a collective. It's a personal experience where you go through an awakening, and it's going to be a very long road, you know? Recovery is going to be a very long journey. The journey you started taking as an individual is a journey that you're taking on your own. So you're not walking this journey with your family members. And that is going to be one of the most difficult things when you realize that family members, you feel like you don't want to leave them behind. You feel like you want to bring them close, explain to them a lot of things, tell them this or tell them that. They can't hear you. They cannot hear you. Do you know the reason as to why many people go through this awakening and they even go through separation? Because now you're starting to see the truth for what it is. You're seeing this man, woman you've been married to. You're seeing your partners, you're seeing your friends, you're looking through everything. You know, you can see the truth for what it is. You see it for what it is. You can no longer see things as you want them to be. You just simply see them as they are. So at the end of the day, you start struggling with people. You start explaining, they don't understand you. You start going left, they're going right. You know, you're saying, no, let's stop going that way. Let's go this way. They can't hear you. They cannot understand you. They do not understand you at every level. They cannot hear you. And that is very scary, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very scary. For the most of you guys who have gone through the spiritual awakening, you know what I'm talking about. When you try to explain things to people and they cannot hear you. All the people, you can believe me, everybody you thought you ever knew, you thought you ever liked, or you thought you ever loved, you have left them behind. You have just gone through a very big paradigm shift. And everybody that used to be a part of you back in the days, I can promise you 110% you have left them behind. Energetically, spiritually, you have left them behind. They call it a spiritual awakening for a reason, because you have awakened spiritually. But the people that used to be a part of you, they are still the same people that you used to know. They are still the same. Nothing has happened. It's still the same thing, going through the same cycles. So it is not up to you to decide who do you need to wake up. Okay? The only thing you can do is just go there and exist, live in your authentic truth. And the ones who are ready, they will catch up. When they are going to catch up is not your duty to figure out, okay? They will catch up when they are ready, but it's not your duty to figure out when they are going to catch up, because some of them, it could take them years. You have so many family members, and it's going to take them a number of years for them to understand what is going on. But when that time comes, give them time and be patient with them. Allow them to reach out. When they feel like they're ready to speak, they have seen something you used to talk about, they're going to come slowly, and they're going to plead with you to explain. Oh, this is something I've seen this or whatever. Can you explain a little bit more? Then now you're ready to explain. But in the initial stages of awakening, don't try to explain anything. There's nothing you're going to explain. They'll understand you. You know. In some cases, you're even going to lose your jobs when you go through an awakening. And you're starting to talk to some people, workmates and whatever, and they're like, "What is wrong with this one?" They're going to go to the offices. And they will tell your supervisors that, we don't understand what this one is just saying this, and they are saying that, and they are going to cause a lot of fracas. They are going to cause a lot of fracas, okay? And at the end of the day, they are going to get you fired. Let him leave the work, because we don't understand. He doesn't speak like us. He doesn't do like us. Some of you might even just live on your own, because you're going to realize that you're operating on a different timeline. And as much as the people see you and they recognize you, they know your name, they know what you look like, they know your face, even they know your family, spiritually, in a different timeline. It is only the people that speak your language, which you will find on your journey. Because that's what I've told you. Just keep on living your truth. Live and move in your authentic truth and nature. The people that understand you will gravitate towards you. The moment when you start speaking, it is not going to feel like you're talking a different language. They will kind of understand you. Okay, this is what it means. That's what it means, because you're vibrating at similar frequencies. Okay, but the ones that have always known you and back in the days, family members and friends, you're going to leave them behind. Okay, their time will come when they wake up, but that is not your choice. It's not your decision to make. Okay, the universe will choose when they want to wake up, because not everybody is used to the truth. When you start stepping back into this truth, understanding what the truth is all about, and you're trying to explain to nobody, they will not hear you. They will not hear you. Don't waste your time explaining to things they can't hear you, and they're not ready to hear you. In some cases, you're even speaking and you're triggering them. There are some of those things you may start talking about, and you realize that you're even triggering those people, because some of the things you're talking about, they can feel like you're seeing through them, or you're talking through them, or something like that, and they're like, there's some of those things that they have always wished they could keep hidden. You're talking about these things, you're showing them, it's like you're a mirror, you're showing them what exactly is really happening on a spiritual level, and they feel like you're talking about them. you know you're going to run into people who will tell you things like, oh, how come that when you're talking, it's feel like you're talking about me? Even they're going to avoid you. Some people will avoid you. With the moment they realize that something has changed about you, many people are going to avoid you. They'll be like, oh, we cannot deal with that individual. They're going to step away. They're going to give you distance. They never want to come around you because they feel like you can look through them. Okay, so whatever it is you want to explain, keep it to yourself. The ones that want to know the truth, they will gravitate towards you. They will ask you, and then you will explain. So if that is your experience, just know what to do. Stop explaining because they cannot hear you. Okay. So let us know what you think about the video. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session, donate, or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Desamos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.